Hey everyone, thank you for coming back and watching. Right now I am going to make a large tag for this back page of the journal, and I am using some lightweight cardstock. It's got some printing on it, but the pictures are all fuzzy, so of course I'm not going to throw it out. I'm just going to reuse it. I want to back it with some coffee stain paper, and then I want to decorate it on the front. So I know you can't tell it, but those little girls' faces were all fuzzy. It was a free picture off of Pinterest, and it just didn't print out right. So we're still going to use this cardstock. That Uhu glue is getting a little old and dry, so it wasn't spreading like it normally does. I think once you open it, you gotta hurry up and use it, and I think it's been at least a week since I've used it. So here I am going through my small scrap pile. I'm looking for a background because I want to decoupage another bird onto this tag. And I know I have I'm looking for a script or something, and I'll probably use it or it's buried under the bottom. So there's this other pile here. There's this one notepad that I got. Not a notepad, I'm sorry, it's a paper pad. And I like a lot of the pages out of it. I can't remember where I found it. So I'm just going to go ahead and audition them to see how they look with this bird and the napkin. I end up liking that light color best. It just seemed to match it better and not overpower. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that onto the top of the cardstock. And then I'm going to decoupage. And I'm not worried as much getting the glue in all the places because I know I'm going to sew it. And that'll hold it all in place. You can see though how the glue is getting a little cakey. Yeah. When I was coffee dyeing these the other day, I was putting some stencils and playing with those, and so I got a couple of nice prints. Surprisingly, for the most part, they didn't come out too well. So I think I just used a spray bottle and sprayed over them. Oh, and I dipped the bottom of my coffee cup into the coffee, and I made some real live coffee cup stains onto the paper. So I'll be using those soon. But I thought, why not? You know, back in the day, it was like, oh my God, we got a coffee stain on the table. But now we want those coffee stains, but only on paper. So I'm using my Mod Podge, because that's what I like to use when I adhere the napkins down. And I start in the middle and kind of work my way out so it doesn't get all wrinkled up. And I was trying to remember that I did want to add some stuff to the bottom. So thankfully I remember not to put the napkin all the way to the bottom. I wanted to add something to the top and the bottom to dress the tag up a little bit. So I did another speed drying there. And then I'm going to go ahead and sew around it. And then I'm going to add my little goodies to it, the laces and stuff. This was the antique, I'm going to call it a dolly, or some kind of scarf. Surprisingly, I didn't hesitate too much to cut it up. Normally I would have no, held on to it for 10 years. But I had to tell myself this is why I bought it, to cut it up, to reuse it, so it's just not left sitting, in the store somewhere. And then what surprises me, I didn't put this down straight. I'm always so into the perfectionism. Everything's got to be straight. And I slapped this thing down sideways. I was like, there, take that, perfectionism. It doesn't have to be straight. So that was a piece of lace that I had sprayed and colored earlier. And my cute little squishable flowers. So trying to think outside the box. It even overhangs off the tag, instead of all being nice and neat. We can do this, people. We can do whatever we want. So I wanted a little piece of lace up top. And so I find this in my little container. So I'm just going to adhere that. And I'm going to stick a button on afterwards, after I've already turned the camera off. Because I do that a lot. It's like, oh, need something else. And I'm going to curl up the ends of this safety pin. No, it's not a safety pin. It's a paper clip. And here you see my muscles at work. Giving it a turn. So this is another quick page and quick video just to show you how fun these are and get out there and create and craft since you have nothing else to do, right? Just sit home and craft. Oh, and here it has, of course, it needed the stamps. So I want to thank you again for joining me on my little journey and watching this. And I hope you enjoyed it. And happy crafting. Bye-bye.